we'll be making the trek here a little bit further north out into Long Island for the Big Daddy Celebrity Golf Classic. And here to speak to us today is a longtime good time friend, Richard Big Daddy Salgado, joining us on the State of Football part of the Fan Nation Network on Sports Illustrated. Good morning, Big Daddy. How are you today?
I'm good, Rick. How are you doing, my man?
I'm good. Happy Labor Day to you. We appreciate you joining us here on a holiday. You got a lot of Buffalo Bills talk here before we get into the golf outing. I know you're excited for the Buffalo season. A lot of excitement for Bills fans. A lot of excitement for the Salgado family and Coach Jim over there. And what are you hearing from your brother in terms of the sense inside the locker room?
Well, you know what? They're excited. There's a season now, and you have fans, and it's let's get after it already because you know how training camp is. You're going against your teammate all the time, and you as a coach you can't really evaluate that because you need a change of pace. So having the now the game's coming up, and they're ready to go. It's like they've been boggled up or locked up for so long. Now they're ready to do it. So it's exciting.
It is exciting. I've got them going to the big dance, and it's exciting times for Maryland. We see the shirt there, of course, going back to your collegiate playing days there for the Terrapins. They get off to a nice early season victory. Coach Loxley seems to be on the brink of turning this program around. What's your sentiment there?
You know what? As he says, you got to get locked in. So I think all the fans are locked in. I think the players are locked. Everybody is just raring to go. And you got to take it one game at a time. The Big Ten, it's a tough place to be. You've got the usual suspects there with Ohio State and Michigan, and Iowa. I think Iowa is one of those teams that is always there, but they don't get the respect that they should. That program is steady every year. They may not win the Big Ten, but they are there every year. I don't want to jinx them. One of my friends works there, but they always seem to be in the mix. But Maryland, I was actually trying to get down there this past weekend, and I just couldn't because I got so much on my plate this week, obviously, with everything going on. So Neil O'Donnell and I were actually speaking, which you'll see him on Thursday. We were talking yesterday. We're like, we got to get down to a game. We haven't been to a game. It's been a minute since we were down there. I think I know exactly. The game that we went to was the game when they played Miami, and Miami, half their team was ineligible. It was like about 5, 6, 7 years ago. And then to make matters worse, it was like a downpour. The game started off nice, then all of a sudden a monsoon came in. Thank God we were in the press box, but that was that.
Well, you mentioned Neil O'Donnell, the pride of Madison, New Jersey. They still got his poster hanging up, by the way, there when you go into Romanelli's across from the train station over there. So big shout out, big shout out to Neil O'Donnell.
Yeah.
And, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing him this Thursday. So you mentioned you got a lot on your plate. Let's talk about it because you've been so kind to join us here on this holiday. 3 days away from the Big Daddy Celebrity Golf outing in association with the NFL season kickoff. What better way to celebrate this great game of football and the ability to have a platform and pass it forward to others, Big Daddy?
Well, our original plans were to have this event in June, which is when we normally have it. But with all the COVID stuff and the protocols and people being afraid and whatnot, last minute we had to change. But, we're excited to be back, and we're going to pull this off and, raise some money. And I have all my usual suspect friends coming. Michael Strahan, we got Tracy Morgan's coming. Hisham Tafik from the Blacklist, he's coming. And we add a little country music to this thing. We got Jillian Carter-Alley, the country music star. She's coming. And then we added a whole other different twist to this. We added a women's empowerment luncheon. while the men and while the golfers, because we have some women golfing, while the golfers are out, golfing, my co-host Angelica Steen Olsen, she's going to host, what do you call it? A luncheon, and they're going to have some guest speakers there, and they're going to tell some stories, and they got a lot going on. We have a lot going on that day, so it's going to be fun. We're excited.
Unbelievable the amount that's happening there at Oheka Castle out in Long Island. You can still get your tickets. Oh, by the way, we'll put the link up for that and talk about where you can get your tickets for the upcoming Big Daddy Celebrity Golf Tournament this Thursday. You mentioned the Share Empowerment Group doing great things there. If you're watching at home, you're seeing some highlights here from some guests who will be attending the golf outing. I'm seeing Mike Tyson and Ronnie Lott. Have they been added to the list here too, Big Daddy?
No, Mike was not available, so we've also condensed our guest list because due to travel and where people are coming from. So and then being that the start of football season is that Thursday, we went with a much confined group, but you'll still get the same bang for your buck.
No doubt about it. And it all goes to a great cause doing big things. The Big Daddy Celebrity Golf Outing here at Oheka Castle in Huntington, New York. Oheka Castle, Big Daddy. When Big Daddy does it, he does it big. Tell us about this venue. How did you secure this spot?
Well, we've had our event there, in the past, because we obviously took a year. We took a break, and the owner there, Gary Milius, and his family have always welcomed us with open arms, and they're like family to us. So, why change? I mean, there's so many places that were like, hey, Big Daddy, we'd love to have you. We'd love to have you. We'd love to have you. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, everybody talks about the venue. When I first introduced it to a lot of my people, they were like, wow, where did this place come from? How did it, where's it been? How'd you do this, that, and all the other questions that everyone asks? And it's just great because the golf course is there. Everything is in one area, so you don't have to travel. You don't have to, play golf at one place and go to another place to have a gala or, an event. So that's why we love it there.
Yeah, it's really a big deal. It's a gorgeous venue, and just the list of celebrities and athletes and people attending this event is incredible. If you're watching at home, the list goes on and on and on. Take us to the origin of the Big Daddy Golf Classic. Big Daddy, I know you had to take a year off from doing this event, but obviously you've made so many great connections during your time working in the football and entertainment world. How did the golf event come about originally?
Well, it's well documented that in 2008 I had suffered an aneurysm, and knock on wood, I'm here. I survived. Had surgery, and then I was brought to the hospital to visit it. And the doctor who operated on me, Dr. David Chaliff, he wanted to raise money to build a special aneurysm center, and it involved kids. So when I went to see the kids, it really hit home because here I was, probably about 7 or 8 months removed. I had, very bad scarring, which they did a great job, but you don't really see it. But and when I saw these kids have the same ordeal that I had, I was like, wow, it kind of hit home. So I got together with a friend of mine, Bob Broderick, and we were like, hey, do you think we could pull off a golf outing and raise some money for this place? And 5 months or 4 months later, we had a golf outing. So that's how that whole thing started, and it got bigger and bigger and bigger as the years went on, and then we had everybody from who's who coming, and we had people coming all the way from the West Coast. That's how big it got, and so we're working on it. We're having it this Thursday. But we're also going to go back to our original date of June. We'll pick a date, and that way we can have the active players that are currently playing attending, because you and I both know that those names are the ones that draw the people, that draw the contributions and the donations, and it draws the interest of not only the media but the public. So those are the things that we look forward to, this week, and also going forward.
Breaking news here on the State of Football, part of the Fan Nation Network on Sports Illustrated. I love it. So we already have the 2022 on the calendar. Put it on there for June. Big Daddy's announcing that right now, and do us all a huge favor and reserve your seat. You see the website there, BigDaddyGolfClassic.com. Is that the best way to get tickets for Thursday here, Big Daddy?
Yes, it's the best way to get tickets, and we got some left, and we even got a few foursomes left. So if you're interested in bringing your golf game and playing with celebrities, go to the website and get on there, and make sure you join us, because it's going to be a fun day, a beautiful golf course. We've got great sponsors. We've got you name it. It's happening. So we'd love to have you out there.
Yeah, man. Michael Strahan.
You're going to be there joining us. So
I'll be out there. Michael Strahan will be out there. Tracy Morgan will be out there. I wonder which guy doesn't fit in that equation. But hey, I'm just happy that you are putting this event on, Big Daddy, doing great things for a tremendous cause.